Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. In this video, as I explained earlier, we will be testing out and creating a programming project for my end semester and also as a side project. So I have this application. You can also find it on the Play Store. Let me just show you guys. If you type PSPCL, and this is the application I'm talking about, PSPCL Consumer Services. So this is an official app provided by the Punjab Power Supply Commission, and using this you can perform various tasks. But my favorite one is, let me show you. You can perform, use it for various things like register complaint history, pay your bills, and check the smart meters and check all the readings of the smart meter, like how many kilowatts of power is being used. But my favorite one, and the one that I use the most, is this one, supply status. So if I click on this one, here you can select the district, the division office, and the subdivision of your division, and it will show you if there's a power cut in your division, which is pretty, I mean, it occurs pretty often in Punjab and specifically in my region. So it will show the operator that is responsible for the cut, and it will show the timing when the cut will happen, and it will show the time when the power will be back. So for demonstration, I will show you my area. So Shri Muksa Sahib, this is where I am from, the same division office. And for now, the power is all fine. This thing's all right. This is how it shows up. And let's see if we can get any district that does not have power right now. Okay, nice. So Bariwala does not have power right now, and these are the two main regions that are suffering from power loss. It will also show the areas affected in the extra areas affected. So as you can see, the feeder in charge, Baljinder Wal Singh, and all of the in charges, the time when the power cut happened and the time when the power will be back. So it shows this for each of the division, and I use it pretty often, and it is pretty dang good. So, and it is also pretty accurate. If they say the power will be back at 7 p.m., it like there can be 5 to 10 minutes of delay, but the power will be back. If they said at 7, then maybe at 7:10. So yeah, that's something we can count on. So it is pretty reliable. The thing is that this is not available on the website. I have to download specifically an application to access this, and that hurts my pride. So as a programmer myself, I will be building a project or a website that will allow the same functionality on a website. So you don't have to install an app or anything like that, and you can access it from anywhere without any login. So for that, now I'll have to intercept all the data that is going through this application. And for that, we can use an app called, let me show you guys. Yeah, this is the one. I've already installed it. This is a basic network monitor for Android. And if I open it and I will start it, so it basically enables a VPN. All the traffic of your phone goes through the VPN, and you can see all the requests being made, if it's a TCP request or UDP request. And yeah, so let's see if this one shows up. Let me remove it from the recents and supply status. Do the same thing again. Muxer, and it was, I guess, Bariwala. Yep. And yeah, so let's see if it recorded that. Where the hell is, okay, it's here. And yeah, as you can see, it did record that. And it's a DNS, it's HTTPS request, HTTPS. And as you can see, it recorded all of the requests that were being sent. So we will be able to see the IP address, the source, and the destination, the port. Of course, it's 443. And yeah, all kinds of stuff. The main thing that we are after is in the payload. So this is all the data that is being sent to the web server of PSPCL, and that returns back the response. So this is the I hope this is the data that we sent and this is the data that we received. I'm not sure if that's the case since the data is encrypted, because this is a HTTPS request. So it is hypertext transfer protocol secured. So all the data is encrypted and we cannot see this using a naked eye. But there is a workaround that I found out, and that is by using this specific application, HTTP Toolkit. Let me demonstrate how this works. I'll have to fire it up on my PC and let's see. So I'll start it right here. Oh, bolo na kuch na bolo. Okay. Yeah. So as you can see, this is the interface that we get, and you will have an option for Android, a few options for Android. I mostly use via ADB. I have connected my phone through ADB. So I'll go with this one, and this will, I hope, shows a, okay, it's connected. It's connected directly. Earlier it used to show a QR code, but it is connected, as you can see, directly. And we can also see traffic from all intercepted application will be available except those. Okay. So all of the traffic will be through HTTP Toolkit. And hopefully we will also be able to see the HTTPS requests. So no encryption. Let's see. As you can see at the background, all the requests are happening. And let me do the same thing that I did earlier. Okay. Okay. It was not those very well. And yeah, we have the data. So these are all the requests that were being made. And this is the last one when we accessed Bariwala. And if we look at the contents, as you can see, it is not encrypted. We are able to access the body, the payload, that the whole data that was being sent to the server. And this should contain, okay, this is the response that we got from the server. And if I look at the body, I should be able to see what is the data that, okay. So in the URL, you can see this is my mobile number. I'll obviously blur it. And this is the token ID that is being used, the one that is associated with my mobile number. And yeah, this is the whole request that is being made. Okay, so here we are, and I have extracted all the requests that are necessary for simple operations of our website, for our platform that we are going to make. So I created a collection for that, Postman collection, and this is the main request. This is for fetching the status of a based on a ID of the subdivision. As you can see, subdivision ID 6, and the first request that will be sent will be fetching all the districts, or fetching all this fetching all the districts, and it will be this one. So we are not sending any kind of data, any kind of ID here, just basic metadata, and this will respond us with all the districts that are there in Punjab. And as you can see, Amritsar, Banala, Bachinda, and on the second one there will be subdivisions based on the district ID. So let's say the user selected Amritsar. So the district ID of Amritsar is 1. So here we will send 1 as a value to get all the divisions inside Amritsar. So if I send 1 and make the request, so here we have all the divisions inside Amritsar. Now, every division has a subdivision or a number of subdivisions. So let's get an ID of a division and then make the request for getting the subdivisions. So we'll get the ID of a division and get all subdivisions available. So these are the subdivisions that are available for ID number 6 of subdivision of Amritsar. So here we'll select subdivision number 25, and then finally we can fetch the power status of that particular area or subdivision. So inside the SDID, we can just provide the 25 value, that is the subdivision ID, and then send the request. And yeah, okay, all seems okay. So it means basically that the power is up and running. So yeah, this is how this all works. These are 4 basic requests that we need to use in order for our website to work properly. Okay, so this is how the folder for the project looks like. We have the Flask backend, that is the Python-based backend that we have, and then we have the main project that will be in Vite React. So let's open it and see how this all looks like. Okay, so this is the CSS. Let me just close that one. And so this is the front end and this is the back end. Now, why can't we just use the front end to make the request? That's because the PSPCL server has CORS policy. So basically, it allows requests only from allowed origins. And you know how it goes with CORS. We need to disable CORS on the server, otherwise the front end will not work. And since I do not have access to the server, we will have to just use a backend server that does not care about all of this. So this is the backend server, and here is the requests that are being sent. Basically, the slash endpoint that will get all the district of Punjab, the division endpoint that will take the district ID and then get the divisions, and so on. And finally, the check supply endpoint that will, of course, check the supply or based on the provided subdivision ID, and then return the response by converting it to a particular JSON response. And then this is the front end. It's a bit hard to look at it like this, but here are all the components: the district, division, subdivision. These are basically checkboxes. I have followed the same UI that was in the app, and these are the pages that I'm currently working on. The home page is done, and I'm currently working on the About Us page. So let's see how both of them look like. Let me just turn them both on. So then we will turn on the front-end server and basically open it. And yeah, this is how it looks like. Punjab supply check, and we can I've been using a useEffect that will fetch all the district directly on the page load. So they are already here, and then I can select my city or my district. So, and then once the city has been selected, it will automatically load all the subdivisions. So, yep, these are all preloaded. And then when I click or select a division, it will automatically request for subdivisions. So, yeah, now the subdivisions are ready. And then I'll select the subdivision, and then it will directly check for power supply for that subdivision. So, let's see. And yeah, seems like we have a power cut. And these are the different places. Basically, these different divs basically mean the different places where the power has been cut, like the Batinda Road, Oniana, the Bar Sahib, and near the military camp. So yeah, and these are all the areas affected. So, and it also shows basically the same info that was being shown on the app. I have tried to recreate the same info. So the main purpose of this project was to basically allow people to use this as their website rather than downloading and installing an app, and rather than having to log in, just use it directly. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with it, and saves time, saves a lot of time, saves a lot of effort. So yeah, this is the project, and you guys can find it here. Let me just, I have uploaded it on GitHub. Of course, it's open source, and I have the token ID hidden, but of course you can find it in the video. So yeah, this is all the project. This is the whole project and all of its code. Of course, the README is by default created by Weeds, but I will change it to what the project exactly means, and this description is also correct. So yeah, that was all for the video. If you guys want me to create another video about how this whole project works in full detail, I'll be happy to do that. But for now, this video has become long enough, so I guess it's good for today, and goodbye. See you next time.